When you get Xfinity Internet, Flex is included free, and finding what to watch on TV is now as easy as popcorn. This is a way better way to watch.
Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to get a great offer on internet and add Flex for free. Restrictions apply.
VaxStats. It's time for VaxStats. If you're young and healthy, you are more likely to crash your car than have a serious side effect of the COVID-19 vaccine. So get vaxxed, y'all. Visit vaccinate.virginia.gov.
Welcome. This is the third or fourth. I might have titled it wrong. I don't know my numbers.
It's the third installment of Dystopian.
I don't believe in times tables. So
Third.
I don't believe in times tables.
It is 2021, right? We've been to a lot of years this week.
We live in the midst of these dystopias. So I'm Jay Dyer of Jay's Analysis. This is Jamie Hanshaw Dyer of Jay's Analysis. So this is the third edition of our dystopia series. We go through 8 dystopias, and we're doing them chronologically if you don't know. So I hope you are having a good night tonight. And every time I do an episode, people, I guess there's new people, I don't know, but once again, we had boomers asking, why do you have long intro music? It's called a live stream. Been doing it for 4 years on YouTube now. It allows the audience to arrive here. So please, in the future, just ask me that question every time. Please do. Please ask me every time why I have music going on the live stream.
It just gives people a chance to show up like a party.
People are lazy.
You know,
they don't show up until
people trickle
they're
in.
fashionably late.
Yeah.
Because they're fancy bitches.
They arrive all dressed up.
We needed a name for the women in the audience. I had the nerds. Mm-hmm. The women are the fancy bitches. I'm joking. They're not.
I'll think about it.
Jamie just called y'all trashy.
No.
She said y'all ain't fancy.
Well, the fancy part I like, not the bitches part.
I'm so fancy.
We're flossy, on fleek. Remember those things?
Y'all a bunch of flossy, fleek, fancy bitches.
Flossy, fleek, Fergies.
Anyway, I don't know what those words mean. All those degenerate millennial terms.
Fam is a yeet. I like yeet. Do you like yeet?
No.
I like it. I think it's funny. Yeet and fam.
I like queer baits and butt pirates. Those are the
That's
best.
from the 90s.
Those are the 80s.
Those are 90s. 80s, 90s cut downs.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
What's our first movie tonight?
It's a 90s movie. It's Demolition Man, starring Sylvester Stallone.
And I'm sure you guys who are longtime fans, we did do a breakdown with beautiful Tristana, who has now transitioned. But at the time, it was Tristan. We did an interview on Demolition Man and THX, which was fun. It was good. But we haven't done it with Jamie. And Jamie's really fun to watch movies with because she thinks in reverse. So she has to watch the movie in reverse.
Yeah. No, Demolition Man is a lot more fun than you remember.
I really like this movie.
1993.
Yeah.
So
I remember going to see it. In fact, I didn't live far from here when I went to see it.
it was set in 2032. So this is what 90s people thought the 2030s would be like.
And we have to give a lot of credit to Demolition Man because they got a lot of things right.
Yeah, they did. They got the
social justice, land, future.
Everyone is very innocent in this.
They're cucked.
Childlike.
Cucked.
Because there's so many rules. So, but there, as always in a dystopia, there's some kind of inexplicable battle, war, breakdown, meltdown, crisis that creates the hellscape that you are now enjoying.
Right.
And so,
Order out of chaos, Phoenix from the ashes.
yes. So in Demolition Man in 1996, LA is some kind of war zone that Sly is having to navigate.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then you got Wesley Snipes, Simon Phoenix,
Wesley Pipes, Kurt Cobain. Aren't those the, what's that from?
I don't
Half
know.
Baked or something? The names for bongs.
That's
Wesley Pipes.
That's a 90s
Kurt
movie.
Cobain.
So Sylvester Stallone is John Spartan.
Yeah.
Right? And Wesley Snipes is
He's
Phoenix.
a Green Beret special ops man.
Yeah. And there's a hella explosion at the beginning that kills a bunch of people.
Well, Wesley Snipes is a terrorist.
Yes.
So remember, this is way prior to Cherish.
Can you say YouTube?
We're on YouTube. Just
okay.
say cherish.
Okay.
Like George Bush.
Okay.
And so this is prior to, the whole war on the T. And I don't mean testosterone. Even though there is a war on testosterone, I mean terror. And his name is Simon Phoenix. I think I was hinting at Phoenix from the ashes because his name is Simon Phoenix, right? Mm-hmm. And so the society that's built out of the ashes of the chaos and terror, so the war on Cherish, merges into the Brave New World. And so Demolition Man is very close in many ways to Brave New World scenario. But the other thing I want to point out was that he's got the black dude with blonde hair. Remember that 90s thing to do?
The Dennis Rodman thing?
The Dennis Rodman, exactly. Yeah. The Pluto Nash. Mm-hmm. What's up with black dudes need to bring back a flat top, a blonde dyed flat top. That's funny.
And overalls. Much overalls in this movie. Much 90s overalls.
When I see a black dude with blonde hair, I'm like, you are an African Aryan man. That's amazing.
Wesley Snipes had blue eyes in something. Blade?
He's an Aryan.
Remember in Blade? He was
African Aryan man.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Blade a lot too.
Okay.
I'm actually, really, I'd hate all movies now except for 80s and 90s. That's it. Maybe some old movies like black and white. Pretty much every movie after the 2000s, I don't like them anymore.
Really?
No, I hate all movies now.
You
Everything sucks except the 80s and the 90s now.
You like Wes Anderson things? No. Do you like the Napoleon Dynamite guy?
Yeah, when it comes to comedies, I like Jared Hess's comedies, pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
But movies in general,
don't like them anymore.
No, they suck. They're done. They're over. I'm over it. I'm over movies.
Have to move on.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying there's literally no movies that are any good, but
they don't make them like this.
They're
anymore.
not fun. I mean, these 90s movies, you go back and watch them, they're so much fun, dude. Like Demolition Man, I've watched it like 3 times in the last 5 years, and it's a lot of fun. And I live in this. I remember in 8th grade going to see Demolition Man in the theater, probably around here, and probably in the theater here. Mm-hmm. And I live in the world that's in that movie now, and it's just I don't know. I'm bumfuzzled.
Yeah.
By all of this now.
You don't love the future.
Who could have dreamt of the future actually being more ridiculous than Demolition Man's future?
It is more ridiculous.
Because in Demolition Man future, there's still some wholesomeness. Mm-hmm. Wholesome is gone. There's no more wholesome. So the clown apocalypse that we live in, the Clowntopia, is a cartoon dystopia. Mm-hmm. That is way more, it's just, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it.
So what you're saying is you would like to be cryogenically frozen, like Sylvester Stallone.
I think Sylvester Stallone's face and voice are always perpetually cryogenically frozen.
And thawed out.
I think
when they can create time travel.
The secret to Sylvester Stallone is that he never fully thawed. He's just always frozen.
Yes.
Half his face is still frozen.
There's so many shots of his undercarriage in his freezing scene. It's ridiculous.
I wasn't paying attention to that.
It's like, I don't want to see that anymore. Like,
yeah, so for the ladies, there's a lot of butts.
Yeah.
Butt sequences for the ladies in Demolition Man. There's nothing for the men. We don't see any beautiful. We don't see Sandra Bullock.
No.
At all.
You don't see her eyebrows either. Just like in.
Does she have 90s eyebrows?
Yeah, man. Yeah. She's got them bad.
The little drawn on thin ones.
Plucked. Yeah. But she does have a self-driving car, which we don't have yet.
They're on their way.
But
Elon Musk has given us these. They just aren't everywhere yet. But they're out. They're out now. You know that, right? They crash all the time.
Well, you know what we do have?
He lets Grimes program them.
So don't make me laugh, because the underground dwellers, led by Dennis Leary, is like the homeless people that you see.
Dennis Leary's probably homeless now. He probably will lead the homeless encampment revolution in LA like he does in this movie. Watch that really happen.
Yeah, Dennis Leary needs to rally all of the people on Skid Row to fight back.
I bet you Dennis Leary lives on Skid Row, so he'll probably have him. And I was reminded why I never liked Dennis Leary. He sucks, dude.
His
it's not even comedy.
Please punch me now. Like,
it's not even comedy. It's like the style of... I can appreciate social commentary comedians, but they're not funny to me. So Bill Hicks or George Carlin and Dennis Leary. They're in that let me rant about social commentary issues, and it's never anything that's even that edgy. It's like, let me rant against the Christians. You know what I mean? Let me rant against, I don't know, like stuff that's just not even edgy. I guess it was edgy at the time, right?
At the time, nobody was saying things like what George Carlin was saying, that there's a big club and you're not in it. Who else said?
Oh, somebody says Dennis Leary is a relative of Tim Leary. Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay. They aren't funny. Yeah.
He just like has this acidic cigarette routine.
Just like, who's that guy with the longer hair?
It's just a cigarette routine.
Doug Stanhope. He's pretty.
He is in that tradition.
Yeah.
Yes. I have heard Doug Stanhope say some funny jokes, though.
Yeah.
He's made me laugh a couple times. I don't ever remember Dennis Leary making me laugh. He's just bitching all the time. Just bitching. So there's like a variety. You get women comedians that talk about periods, chocolate, sex, being alone, that are dumb and awful. And you get bitchy social commentators like Dennis Leary and...
Who's the king of that?
Of what? George Carlin.
No, well, yeah. But Sam... No. The one I think Alex Jones was.
I just said Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks, yeah.
Bill Hicks had one or two good jokes. But... I was telling Jamie, I agree with you there. Absolute. I can't stand stand-up. Like, stand-up is awful. I've heard maybe one stand-up in the last 5 years that made me laugh. I think they're terrible. Dana Carvey's return stand-up routine was okay. It was better than I expected. But really, yeah, I think Sam Hyde's funny. Tim and Eric were funny. Flight of the Conchords is really funny. Mystery Science Theater riff tracks are funny. And yes, we like our Rockfin friends. We like Sam Tripoli, right? Those guys. But for the most part, stand-ups are terrible. Yes, Norm Macdonald was funny. Yes, I like Norm Macdonald. Mitch Hedberg was funny. I give him. I'm not a huge Jim Gaffigan fan. I don't know. I think his bacon routine was fun. Bacon and muffins routine was funny, but it's just everything about stand-up comedy now, to me, it just appears as social engineering, and it just seems like a domain of just shitty atheists that want you to feel shitty, and it's not actually funny. So the only thing that I think is funny is, like, you know, sketch comedy that's really weird and abstract. Wrecking Ball's funny. Sam Hyde's funny. Anyway, those are like the only people I think are funny. Everybody else is not funny. That's it. That's it.
Dennis Leary doesn't think that...
Dennis Leary doesn't think I'm funny. He doesn't think that...
The Underground is funny.
The Underground.
Or where he lives. Where they all live underground.
Jamie has the worst impression of Sylvester Stallone. She does it all the time. And she does the line when he goes down to the underground, to the underworld. Red burgers.
You tell me these are red burgers?
I get her to do it because it's so bad. It's great. Rodney Dangerfield.
I think he's funny.
I don't even count the boomer comedians.
Brian Regan is my favorite of all time.
She likes the clean comedian. That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll approve of that. But Benny Hill. He's just running around pinching butts. Every Benny Hill skit is And it's in fast motion of him chasing a girl and grabbing her butt.
Yes.
I guess it's funny because it's not funny because it's just the same thing over and over. That's funny. But
it's funny to watch you do it, but it's not. It would never make.
We must have an audience of boomers because people are like Rodney Dangerfield, Lenny Bruce. That's like grandpa era, dude. Like, and it's weird how funny things change too, right? It's not funny. Like, I mean, there's some funny Rodney Dangerfield jokes, but
you love his "take my wife" jokes.
That's not Rodney Dangerfield.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. That's Lenny Bruce.
Oh.
Rodney Dangerfield. Hold on, respect. Oh, I tell you. I tell you.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Sarah Silverman is the best comedian of all time.
Ooh. No.
Psych.
But Kristen Wiig is really funny.
Yeah, she is funny.
A lot of the Saturday Night
Boy,
Live
the
girls
Saturday
are
Night Live
funny.
people have been funny. Yeah, so Will Forte was funny. Jim Brewer was funny. Who else on Saturday Night Live? Bill Hader is really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Mooney is funny. He's like the last Saturday Night Live guy that was funny. So I think Kyle Mooney's funny. Anyway. Eddie Murphy was funny. I give him props. Yeah, he was. I mean, I even watched, when we watched Beverly Hills Cop, I thought that he's funny in that. They were still making me laugh in that. He's funny in that. He's funny in Golden Child too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron Williams is overrated.
Eliza Schlesinger, she made me laugh really hard at a couple things recently.
I've never heard her.
And John Mulaney made me laugh really hard. But the stupidest thing that made me laugh the hardest was that why hillbillies can't be in scary movies on YouTube.
Yeah, you told me that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, there a lot of the Mad TV guys were funny. I like a lot of the Mad TV people. I actually prefer sketch comedy. Sketch comedy is way better, in my view, than stand-up. I used to really like stand-up. I can't stand stand-up anymore. Now I think sketch comedy is awesome. So, anyway. I want to do a sketch comedy show with Wrecking Ball and Sam Hunt. That would be fun. And other people. Mm-hmm. That's what would be fun.
Do you remember what Sandra Bullock's name was?
Key and Peele were funny. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Theo Von. Yeah, Theo Von's funny. He's one of my favorites. I'm sorry, what?
What Sandra Bullock's name in Demolition Man was?
Lenina.
Huxley.
Yes, and that's from Brave New World.
Yeah.
So the names in this obviously have a lot of reference to other dystopian films. So, yeah, they're consciously, I mean, obviously Simon Phoenix isn't, but Phoenix being the Phoenix from the Ashes. But Lenina is from Brave New World.
Right. And then it was interesting how they had merged all of the cities together in California because...
Did Norm Macdonald die? People are saying... I can't tell. Now you never know if people are trolling you. Sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off, but...
That's okay.
Everybody's saying... And then somebody texted me about Norm Macdonald. He replied to me on Twitter a few times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He started a book club like 5 years. When I first got on Twitter, Norm started this book club, and he would read books and then reply to people. And I tweeted at him about books. I don't remember what, like maybe Dostoevsky or something. So it wasn't a lot, but he did reply a few times. Well, I'd heard that Norm was interested or was open to Christianity towards the end of his life. So
the chat saying Norm, yes he did.
Oh man, that's crazy. I used to really like Norm Macdonald a lot. I was really into Saturday Night Live when Norm was doing the news. That was like my high school period. We would watch watched Saturday Night Live every weekend.
When he would do the Jeopardy show on Saturday Night Live, that was super funny. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of really good jokes that he has on. He was really, really clever at actually coming up with jokes. He was a great writer.
You know who's funny? Fred Armisen. I think he's good.
I like Fred Armisen in some of the skits, but I never watched Portlandia, so I didn't really
You might have noticed a change in your neighborhood lately. Yep, Sprint stores are now T-Mobile stores. Now that Sprint is T-Mobile, you get more coverage, value, and benefits than ever before. We've invested billions to bring our 5G from big cities to small towns across America. And great coverage is just the start. From high-speed mobile hotspot data to weekly deals and giveaways, our customers get tons of great benefits. Head to your new T-Mobile store to learn more.
Qualifying service and capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com.
You might have noticed a change in your neighborhood lately. Yep, Sprint stores are now T-Mobile stores. Now that Sprint is T-Mobile, you get more coverage, value, and benefits than ever before. We've invested billions to bring our 5G from big cities to small towns across America. And great coverage is just the start. From high-speed mobile hotspot data to weekly deals and giveaways, our customers get tons of great benefits. Head to your new T-Mobile store to learn more.
Qualifying service and capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com.
I don't have any negative take on his comedy. I think he's funny on Saturday Night Live, but yeah, Chris Farley was great. Yeah, Norm was okay. So Norm was a Christian. Yeah, that's good to hear. Anyway, I'm sorry we took it off. I didn't realize Norm Macdonald was dead. Anyway, go ahead.
They merged all the cities together, like L.A., San Diego, Santa Barbara.
Yeah, what's it called?
One big megaplex.
It has a name.
San Angeles.
San Angeles.
Yeah.
It's already one big giant city.
Yeah.
That's what I realized last time we went there last year.
It's a big megaplex. And you cannot curse, and you can't. So basically, everything is controlled down to even
Your
what you
speech.
say.
This was great because, well, they also did you notice that there's like body sensors that try to tell if you're angry or if you're agitated, and the computers bark at you. That was in Lockstep. Lockstep said they would roll that out.
You've seen those computer bots that roam in the supermarket, right?
Who? Me?
Just stories about the stupid supermarkets with the bots that roam around already. So it's not too far off. This is what, 2032 they think it is. And they have like a police computer was kind of like Siri. And then they have the CompuChat. Do you remember? And then it's supposed to like inspire joy feelings in you. So all of this is just about the pleasure principle.
Right. Well, Brave New World is a situation where the society is erected around safety and pleasure. Exactly.
So they're always like happy, joy, very innocent, very childlike. But then when the two guys wake up out of the ice, they have this knowledge that they don't know where it came from. So they've been programming them while they're in the cryogenic state, downloading them basically with new skills and stuff like that. So they made Wesley Snipes a super soldier. Right. And they made Sylvester Stallone a knitting guy. He knitted, remember? He knitted her a sweater.
Well, they implant memories. So there's a mind control super soldier DARPA element to this where they can implant memories in you. Yeah.
So they call the underground dwellers the scraps, and these are the dregs of humanity that didn't make it in the Great Reset, basically. So there's always a Great Reset. And then these classes form.
Right. Well, in Brave New World, there's a strict caste system. Yeah. Hence alpha, beta, etc.
And here's another futuristic movie with the Asian fusion theme.
Yes, like Blade Runner.
Yeah. With the guy who plays Otho from Beetlejuice. Do you remember? I don't know his name, but he works for the designer.
Yes, he's the Skittles assistant.
Yeah. Yes.
So they got that right?
So they've banned. There's just the bad guy or whatever. He redesigned the city and the society, and they banned smoking, meat, sports, chocolate, toys. They're all illegal. Anything.
Yeah, it's a vegetarian vegan society, which is.
They're not used to physical contact. There's social distance.
They have social distance. That was amazing. Yeah.
They are an organic biochip population.
Biochip? What do you mean?
everyone has a biochip.
Oh, they're microchipped.
Yeah.
Wow. I missed that.
And there's this joke, like, what are the 3 seashells? They don't use toilet paper. They use maybe
Everybody
like
knows
a
that
bidet.
joke. It's like a meme.
It's probably a button for a bidet or something.
It's a meme. No, because there's a picture of it, and it's just 3 seashells.
I know, but
How could you put your butt up on 3 seashells?
Maybe
They can't do
you
that.
sit in the toilet and you press the 3 seashells, and one is for like water, air, whatever. Because bidets are an Asian and
I'm familiar with what
European
they are. I'm familiar.
thing. All restaurants are Taco Bell.
Yes. Which is interesting because you have the replacement of normal meals and food with fast food.
Yeah.
So fast food, and it's a fancy thing to go out to eat. Remember, she's like, "Oh, I'm so excited we're going to Taco Bell." Mm-hmm. He's like, "Taco Bell." Ugh, right? Remember? And all of the songs. This part I thought was genius. Was that the oldies are just commercial tunes. Mm-hmm. So you don't actually listen to oldies. You just listen to the commercials of like 40 years ago.
Yeah. And this was interesting. They shot it 2 ways. They were going to say...
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch. Guarantee you'll love the way they fit. Diamond gusset jeans. Could do all of the old Alex commercials from like 10 years ago, right?
What? 888-252-3139?
No, please don't sing that.
I know.
It's the worst.
Extend your life with extend.
Those are the GCN
your
ads.
life.
The GCN ads are different from
Oh.
Alex's ads.
Okay.
But yeah, they can compete for which one will get in your head the worst.
So there's 2 different versions. I always thought this was weird because in one version they say Pizza Hut, in one version they say Taco Bell.
Yes, that is. I read some articles about that. Right, there was like a lawsuit, or wasn't there?
Something like that. They're a cashless society.
Mm-hmm.
Arnold Schwarzenegger had been president in this world.
Yes.
Remember?
Which was far prior to Arnold being governor. So it kind of predicts Arnold and even Sylvester Stallone was like, "Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you serious? President? My face is still frozen from the cryogenic.
So then we
Feed
learned
me a rat burger."
the mayor, the designer of this society, the Jock Fresco or whatever. Remember Venus Project? Is very much like that.
Yeah.
He brought back Wesley Snipes to kill all of the homeless people. All of the what were they called? Not scabs. Shucks. Whatever, what they were called.
Oh, the underground people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dennis Leary's Skank Army.
Yes. Yes.
It is.
So he brought him back to kill Dennis Leary.
Yeah.
As a false flag.
Yes, he does a fake flag. Fake flag.
To start a revolution.
Yeah. This was great, right? So they had the fake flag. Exactly.
So they could justify eradicating the scrap people.
And the guy that designed the society, that mayor guy, was like a social psychologist manipulator guy.
Yes.
He was a doctor something. What's his name?
Mayor Cocteau or something.
But he's Dr. Cocteau.
Cocteau, yeah. So this was interesting and very memorable. They have VR SEX without touching. Remember?
Right. So that scene is interesting because you think that they're going to do it.
Yeah.
The coitus. Mm-hmm. And it's VR. And they've been conditioned to believe that you can't touch bodily fluids because they're gross and they're contaminated. So, I mean, it's like a post-coof society where humans are just all contaminants.
Right. And he's like, are we going to do the boating? The wild manga? The hooka chunka?
Yes. And so this scene is so cringe, it's great because Sylvester Stallone talks, he's using these analogies for sex that nobody's ever said. They weren't even 90s. They weren't 90s words. What does he call them?
The wild mongo?
The wild mongo?
Say it in his voice.
Are you talking about the wild mongo?
The hooka chunka.
The honka chunka? Have you ever heard anybody say that? Or what? What's the other one?
Boning.
boning. Okay,
Yeah.
I've heard that one. Okay, yes, but I don't know where Sly came up with the other two. It was so stupid.
Let's see. Murder, Death, Kill.
MDK. So and they're so conditioned that and domesticated that they had not had an MDK in 20 years? Did she say
Yeah,
something like
she
that?
was bored because there was no action. She was obsessed with the past. Remember, she was like a fangirl of the 90s of 1990s.
Right, which is weird. I wonder if Sandra Bullock is actually a fangirl of the 90s now because she was a 90s girl.
It in the 90s.
Interesting.
So she would be a fangirl
Right.
of herself.
And we're almost in the dystopia of this. Wait, what year is this? Now or 2030?
2032.
32?
Yeah.
So when we're Bitcoin zillionaires in 2032, we'll be able to eat any of the vegetable plates at Taco Bell that we want.
Jesse Ventura's in this.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Jesse makes an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the... have you ever done the boning? The wild mungo, a.k.a. the hunka chunka. Alex, I want you to know that I'm into the boning. The wild mungo and the hunka chunka. Well, that's great, Jesse, but I mean, what is going on here? The hunka chunka. Every time I do a Jesse Ventura voice, I start coughing.
I like when he says "be well" and he says the bad word back to him. That was a funny line.
Right, because you can't cuss.
Yeah.
Cussing is hurts people's feelings.
Yeah.
Again, it's totally a social justice, and most of the dystopias didn't predict SJWs, but this did. By the way, you can show your love and support for the show by super chatting. So.
Yeah, this one was really fun. So, at the end, they do some fluid transfer activities.
So who's the real? So in other words, demolition is explosion, right? The man who blows everything up and it gets rebuilt. And in the first half of the movie, it's Wesley Snipes that is the demolition man, right? And he blows up this giant building, and this leads to Sylvester and Wesley being cryogenically frozen as super soldiers that are mind controlled and given implanted memories and programs. And then in the new era, in the Brave New World scenario, it's Sylvester that is the demolition man that leads to the destruction of the dystopia and the return of the old world. So there's a fire and ice dialectic.
Yes, and he's very high tea compared to all the rest of the men of that era. So he's the action hero that had to come to the future to get the job done because all of the men were so soy. Right? So that was good. Demolition Man. Really fun.
Okay, what's next?
V for Vendetta. The vacillating vicissitude vicariously bites the vitamin. You know how he talks like that? It's so annoying. Can you do it? The alliteration?
No, I can't. I've tried, but it's just annoying.
So this one has a lot of stuff. Set in 2020. 2005 movie.
Right.
It's now. Now is V. Now is all of those annoying anonymous
Please don't
mass.
ban or delete everybody's comments for cuss words. I don't mind cuss words like shit, ass. It doesn't. There's nothing. We don't have to ban all of those words, please. Thank you. But thank you for your modding. I think you guys are good. I'm not dissing you guys. Go ahead.
The V world, we living in it, and Stabby world.
V world. Oh, V for Vax. Data.
V for,
yes.
Yeah.
V for Fauci.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't even think about that.
So in this is everything. It's like FF, fake, wavy piece of cloth.
FF, fake, wavy piece of cloth. Fake flag.
Yeah.
Just say fake flag.
Okay. That makes everybody get the stabbies. There's a plague.
I forgot that this had a stabby theme. Yeah. I did an analysis of this in Esoteric Hollywood 2, and I went really deep into dialectics, and I totally forgot that this had the whole stabby theme. Yes. But see, when I wrote Esoteric Hollywood, we weren't really expecting Koof.
So the former United States is in need of medical supplies. That's all we get to hear about what's happening over here. But over in UK, it's total 1984 world with the same characters and everything, right? Mm-hmm. There's a plague. The U.S. they created a plague is being judged for the Revolutionary War and their liberalism. Now Britain is under curfew.
Yeah, I've always seen this as a dialectics, right? Mm-hmm. Because, and it's really clever propaganda because it presents the start of the whole Guy Fawkes thing. Remember Anonymous?
Yeah.
Anonymous adopts Guy Fawkes from this.
I know.
And this presents the revolutionaries as these libertarians who desire freedom from the Christian 1984 tyranny, which is so ridiculous. Although, in one sense, it's kind of true because after 9/11, the evangelical Bush, right, nexus tried to use Christianity to prop up his foreign policy. Mm-hmm. So that was all a fraud, right? That was all a scam. No, I don't think anybody seriously thinks W was a Christian. I mean, come on. If you're that dumb, then please exit my chat. So that was a pretty high-tier dialectic. And in fact, I just read a long interview with a former Satanist who is a high-level guy. And he was talking about how that they had really co-opted, Satanists had actually co-opted the big evangelical movements, and that it was self-consciously being used on the part of the global elite after 9/11, and it's just really marshaling the evangelicals for the U.S. foreign policy. Mm-hmm. F. William Engdahl has covered that for a long time. I've covered that for many years too. So that's true. But what's interesting is that, so at that time that this came out, 2008 or 9?
2005.
Right. So we're only a few years after 9/11, and we still had this attitude of, you know, America as a Christian nation has to go fight. I go fight the Taliban's. We gotta go fight Saddam Hussein's and the evil axis of terror. Right. All of which was a CIA creation and control. So it was all fake. It was all fraud. But so in that sense, it was kind of accurate at the time. However, looking back, it is so preposterous to think that Christianity is some kind of oppressive, controlling regime.
They try to make it like that in Handmaid's Tale too.
Yeah, that's what I've never watched it, but I remember you saying that. Yeah. You're the patriarchy. George Bush, he's like God the Father, and it's like the patriarchy. I mean, this is so ridiculous. Who actually thinks this, right? You got to be really low IQ to think that.
Right.
All the Fedora atheists think that. By the way, this movie, I think this movie kind of aided the Fedora atheist theme because they all adopted that stupid ass fedora and the Guy Fawkes mask from V.
Yes, exactly.
Because they thought he was this cool. What do they think? Like they were going to get Natalie Portman?
He's some kind of revolutionary leader, liberator of the people, but he's not. He's just a mind control handler.
Exactly.
As we'll find out.
Well, in the comic book, he initiates her into Satanism.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's explicit in the comic book that it's Satan.
Huh.
So he's teaching her the principles of Satanism. That's why he shaves her head. She gets shorn. She undergoes a ritual initiation. He tortures her. He degrades her, tortures her, initiates her, shaves her head, and then she goes out in the rain, right? And she's baptized in the rain. And in the comic book, he says it's Eve and Satan.
Evie, yeah.
So V in the comic book, because it's Alan Moore, who was a Crowleyan devotee, ritual magic dude.
Right.
So it's self-consciously a satanic initiation. But by the way, actually, most of Alan Moore's books have this theme. Everybody knows Watchmen has that satanic theme. Alan Moore actually did another comic book a long time ago, one of his first, about the CIA and drug running. Mm-hmm. So he's known for a long time that how this works. And this is also, I think, about how terror is manufactured.
Yes.
Because V is a Satanist. He's Satan in a way. He's a Satan character. He's initiating EV.
He's the liberator, Gnostic liberator.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So, and he says, remember the 5th of November, and ours is never forget.
Girl, yeah, that's great. But by the way,
9 and...
V, no, wait. One other point I want to make. Oh, if you read Synthetic Terror, Tarpley's book, which I'm not recommending Tarpley, I'm just recommending that book. It's a really good book. He actually has an interesting analysis of Guy Fawkes being framed. That British intelligence of the time used Guy Fawkes to do a fake flag in the BOMBING of Parliament. And so if you don't know the whole history of Guy Fawkes, then this movie's not going to make sense, because they, at the end, blow up PARLIAMENT. Mm-hmm. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I watched the movie a couple months ago and took notes, and that's what I'm reading, so I'm trying to get this straight in my head. They spun the bombing as a planned demolition to rid symbols of the past.
They what?
They spun the bombing as a planned demolition to rid symbols of the past.
Watch out with these words.
Okay.
Who's demolitioning the past? Oh, the attack.
Yes.
Is spun by the fake news.
Yeah.
Fake news.
The government fabricates the news, the media reports it.
Yes. So basically, Evie works at BBC, and the
Yes.
BBC is faking all the news. Shocker, right?
Yes.
And then she realizes something's up, and then that's when V cuts into the feed, right? Mm-hmm. Your Chancellor Adam Suckler, blah blah blah.
He's so annoying.
He is annoying. And every spurred, dumb atheist is like, that guy's so cool. I want to be like that guy. That guy's like cool or whatever. He could like get in LA apartment. He's got like a sweet basement full of nude art or whatever.
He's so, like got a jukebox down there.
And a bunch of like fat nude chicks. The guy's so cool.
Okay. So Evie was rehabilitated from her anti-government parents, who were activists.
Rehabilitated.
They came and took her parents, and they put her in the government. So raised her.
V chose her because of that.
Yes.
Because she already was in a liberty-based family.
Right. And Alan Moore is a capitalist, like you said, and a Satanist. Mm-hmm. The establishment spokesman guy is on booze and prescription. He's the voice of London. Okay, so you have the guy, the moral compass or whatever, the Dan Rather or whoever,
right,
Walter Cronkite.
Well, that's Stephen Fry, right? You're talking about Stephen Fry being the evening comedian who's gets killed.
Yeah, he's the one that everybody listens to, and they do what he says, basically, like as an influencer.
Right, but he gets killed because he critiques the Chancellor.
Yes.
Another interesting twist, too, is that the bad guy is John Hurt, and John Hurt played Winston in 1984, but now he's playing the O'Brien character.
Right. V was a tortured political prisoner. That's how he got his origin story.
Yes, I remember this now.
And then...
Well, wait, V in the story, he's damaged by the cover-up of the Stabbies.
Yeah, the biotoxic pharmaceutical.
That's right. There's some really big stuff, and this is some predictive stuff here. Yeah. Which Wachowskis are going to have that kind of stuff, obviously.
And then Evie helps V catch a Catholic PEDO.
Yes. Well, it's an Episcopal, but for all intents and purposes, yeah.
By looking like a underage Lolita girl. Mm-hmm. Right? And this is all after V kidnaps her and is holding her hostage down there.
Use those types of terms.
Okay. It's the... Okay, so here's the crux of it. They were testing stabbies on prisoners where V was kept.
Yes.
And created a villain. out of him. 5 was the number of his cell.
That's right. Hence V, 5.
Yeah.
And then 5th of November, and then also, so there's like a lot of synchronicities going on. There's also Rosicrucian elements too. If you look in his, I think I did mention that in my analysis. In his basement, he's got all this art, and there's a lot of rose paintings, right? Doesn't he give a rose at one point?
I think so.
Yeah, and so there's these Rosicrucian type references.
Oh, good point. It's called the St. Mary's virus, and they said it was religious extremists, but it was not. It was the government.
Yep, fake flag.
He shaved her head, like you said, like Britney, and then there's this whole scene where
in the comic book, he makes her pledge to Satan.
She thinks that she's been captured by the authorities, but it's actually him holding her down there and toying with her and giving her.
Yeah, he's degrading and humiliating her to initiate her.
And torture, yeah.
Right, that's the satanic
so
initiation.
it's the classic love-hate monarch mind control program.
Yes, exactly.
And then at the end, he says, "I cured you of your fear." Mm-hmm. And that was in Babylon Berlin, too, is what he was trying to do, was cure people of fear and make robotic humans out of them.
But he's not making Evie into a robot. He's trying to make her into the satanic new woman, basically.
Right.
He's initiating her. Mm-hmm. In the comic book, it's made clear it's initiation.
Mm-hmm. So the religious politician who was the chancellor had a special project search for biological weapons. Mm-hmm. A virus created and unleashed on its own people so the pharmaceutical company could make money.
Again, talking code.
The rulers, let's see, V mass create anarchy in society.
Well, then everyone becomes the anarchist, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I wrote it, my analysis is dialectics, is that anarchy is not a real opposition to the system. I mean, who actually believes that anti-FASCIST anarchy people are legitimately, there are idiots in those movements that are anti-system. But do you think that Warner Brothers and the Wachowskis are your friends in being anti-system?
Are they going to go live in Chaz Chop? Remember that thing? Chaz Chop? Are they going to go, settle down in the anarchist village?
This is watered down corporate revolution for the masses to further initiate them into the hoodwink that they think that they are anti-system. Mm-hmm. So basically the sheep will buy into being anti-system through corporate given anti-system movements, and that's what this movie is. It's the preeminent example of that. That's why. I mean, it's just like The Matrix. The Matrix and this, both from the Wachowskis.
When you get Xfinity Internet, Flex is included free, and finding what to watch on TV is now as easy as popcorn. This is a way better way to watch.
Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to get a great offer on internet and add Flex for free. Restrictions apply.
You might have noticed a change in your neighborhood lately. Yep, Sprint stores are now T-Mobile stores. Now that Sprint is T-Mobile, you get more coverage, value, and benefits than ever before. We've invested billions to bring our 5G from big cities to small towns across America. And great coverage is just the start. From high-speed mobile hotspot data to weekly deals and giveaways, our customers get tons of great benefits. Head to your new T-Mobile store to learn more.
Qualifying service and capable device required. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain plan or features. See T-Mobile.com.
Childhood is wanting a variety of different baked sweets and someone telling you no. Adulthood is wanting a variety of different baked sweets and being able to go right to Mickey D's to get every single one you want. Whenever you want.
Get the new glazed pull-apart donut and a 99-cent any-sized iced coffee with pumpkin spice flavor. Sweet. Prices and participation may vary. Limited time only. Iced coffee promo available until 11 a.m.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hello.
And V is a super soldier killer.
Super soldier.
Because he fights all those guys. He can do his, karate and take bullets, and he was experimented on.
I think he's more... Oh, okay. So he's more than human, right?
Yeah.
So he himself is a abused subject.
Yeah.
And then he turns to the satanic.
Yeah.
And initiates her.
Right.
Okay. That makes sense.
And like this is all the stupid crap that the can you say those guys?
I would just say SJWs. Yeah.
SJWs and Antifa
That's what I just said. Did you not hear what I said?
I know.
It's a corporate package revolution for dum-dums.
Yes.
And those are the dum-dums that think that they're doing it, yeah. Because they watch this dumbass movie.
V is supposed to represent all of us against religious fascism. It's just really stupid.
Well, remember how Anonymous, right, was going to take down Facebook and all this crap like 10 years ago? And Anonymous would leak all this stuff, and they would have these videos of like literally V-level stuff of people cutting in, and it was so obviously a Fed fake thing. It was actually comical, but people actually would believe this stuff. And I mean, I'm kind of glad I went through all of that phase of things. I didn't believe in any of the Anonymous crap. I always thought that was a joke, but it was just controlled Fed cutout stuff. But it made it a lot easier to not be duped by any of that Q-tard crap. Mm-hmm. You know, it was so obvious that was the same, just rehashed stuff of Anonymous crap, right?
Yeah, V for Vendetta is kind of lame.
Well, it's relevant to watch in ways because of the revelation of the method. I mean, it is revelation of the method, but what it's ultimately telling you is a system-based message. Mm-hmm. It's the ultimate systems presentation of revolution.
They always sell you both sides.
Yeah, that's what my essay was. Is that this is? Do you want to be an anarchist or do you want to be a fascist? Mm-hmm. Here's your options. Over here is the post 9/11 surveillance, Adam Sutler, George Bush world. Or do you want anonymous, libertarian, degenerate world? Mm-hmm. That's your two options. That's it. That's all the options are, by the way. There's no other options. It's just those two fake dialectics, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, what's next?
Gamer. Do you like that one?
It was okay. It's a little weak in its third act and at the end, but some good ideas here. Some good takes on the video game dominant world of modernity. Yeah. And this was 2009. It had some, insights and some surprising things that I didn't expect. And in many ways, there's some elements of the tech virtual world that are now coming into play that are in this movie. Mm-hmm.
So this one, made in 2009, set in 2034. And I think it's a little far.
Yeah. A lot of times the dates are off.
Yeah.
But
this is a Lionsgate, so when you see those, it's going to be a traumatic.
Yes. Lionsgate does have a history of making these kinds of esoteric type. Yeah. And Lionsgate has connections to the elite. People don't know. You're
in for a trauma when you see the Lionsgate logo. But in this world, ads are everywhere. The world is like Times Square. So they're always trying to find more and more places to advertise.
Well, in this world, gaming and the gamification of society has taken over. Look up the TED Talks on gamification. They're really good, by the way. Uh-huh. And it's predicting where we're going now.
So you've got your slayers, your aliens, your...
Aliens? There's no aliens.
I mean, not your aliens, but like in the game.
I don't know. Who are aliens in the game? I just remember it being like...
There's Cable.
It's like... What are you talking about aliens, though?
I don't know.
There's no aliens. It's like Call of Duty is the world. The whole world is obsessed with this Call of Duty type game where people can play other people's minds, basically.
And prisoners have to be a real live game.
Right. So if you here's a Running Man thing, right?
Yeah.
This is like Running Man, but updated. Instead of TV, it's video games.
Mm-hmm. So VR Call of Duty, Gerard Butler. You just said write down Q. What was that? There was somebody in there that played.
Oh, John Delancey is in this. He's one of the corporate guys. And I'm sure everyone has seen the pictures of me making faces at John Delancey in the 90s. I made faces at Q behind his back. It's a picture I took.
Okay, so Society is a game that was made by this like redneck Mark Zuckerberg.
Right. They came up with a sim. So this is a metaverse, right?
Yeah.
This is predicting metaverse and the whole gamification and everybody living in now we've heard of virtual worlds, but we're actually seeing the metaverse things roll out now, and it's connected to crypto.
Mm-hmm. And also you can get paid to control or be controlled.
Right. So that's separate from the like Call of Duty thing. There's this thing that made this sort of redneck Zuckerberg famous called, what was it called? Something.
Society.
Yeah, and you can pay to be like even a hoe.
Yeah. You can be you're an avatar basically. So there's this like big fat guy controlling this pretty girl, and he makes the pretty girl go into society.
And it's Gerard Butler's wife.
Yeah, and he's trying to free them of this.
So avatars. The video game becomes a prison. That's one thing I like about this is that we're going into a world, what did Max Kaiser call it? The casino gulag, where games will become prisons. Mm-hmm. Right? Everybody's seen remember the Black Mirror where the black dude has to ride the bike to get all the social credit points so that he can go to sleep and not have the ads playing all night. Remember? Mm-hmm. It's like that Black Mirror, right? Where the world is going into this. It's like every dystopia story, they're picking the worst aspects and bringing it into reality.
Yeah. Genericons, they're NPC players that don't even live long. So if you're a prisoner and someone bought you to play, they could just throw you in there as cannon fodder.
Oh, this had the private prison complex. So basically the redneck Redneckerberg, he went to the prison complex and was like, let me buy the prisoners. So he basically runs the private prison complex and can use these people as his mind control subjects.
And then they have cells that replace your brain and another controls you.
Oh, that's right. This had nanotech that went in and reprograms your brain and your DNA. Yes, that's right.
And then he was talking about how some people want to be controlled.
All the soy boys are like, oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so awesome.
Just live
I want Zuckerberg in my head. I want Elon Musk in my head. It's going to be awesome, bro. Right?
No.
Because they think it's going to be one perpetual coom. Oh, get the coom all day long. Ah! Right?
I want to do surrogates.
This made me think of surrogates, right? Same idea. Except the only thing about surrogates is that it's all surrogates. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a bunch of virtual stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or they just use bodies, like in this movie. You just sell your body to the internet. But Ludacris is going to get the word out. Remember?
Yeah. Every dystopian movie has the revolutionary faction. This one is, of course,
Ludacris.
Run by Ludacris of all people, right? Put your own foot patrol.
Sing more.
Ludacris fill cups like double D's.
Do more.
No, I don't know anymore. I just know that one stupid Fergie song. I don't know. I literally. I can't. I get Ludacris and what's his name? Y'all gonna make me act a fool up in here, up in here.
What's the one with the crunk?
That's not Ludacris, I know, but you talking about Lil Jon?
I get those.
Yeah.
That's Lil Jon.
And Usher. That's Lil Jon and Usher. But... That's not Ludacris.
Okay. He's gonna get word out.
Right. Ludacris will save the world from
what?
Redneck Zuckerberg, sure.
Players live in a dusty prison camp.
I said Elon Crust. Why did I say Elon Crust? Oh, because he's redneck tech guy. So he's Elon Crust. I know that's DMX. I'm just trying to say I'm trying to think of the Ludacris song, and every time I think of that, I think of the DMX song. Like, that's Fergie, though.
No.
I don't know any Ludacris songs. What's a Ludacris song? Anyway.
There's a VR love parade. Oh, okay. So society is just this big giant.
It's a sim world, right? That you
Pride parade.
Right. Kind of Skittles.
Yeah.
Skittles and Coomers.
And the fat guy eating waffles controls the pretty girl.
Yes. Gerard Butler's wife.
Sean and Jules are in this.
Yes, there is a cameo of Psych, Sean, and Jules, which was, I didn't expect that. That was odd.
So Gerard Butler is the most famous player because he's been winning.
And that's because his controller is a rich kid, teenager who's like the best gamer.
Yeah.
He's like PewDiePie. He's like the famous gaming dude.
Terry Crews and John Leguizamo live in prison with him.
Yes.
Remember? So, yeah, Simon is like the PewDiePie. Yeah. Simon is the controller teen, and he is the most famous.
I just said that.
I know. And
this
then...
ear doesn't hear anything I say.
Oh, his poor wife works in society if OnlyFans was like Sims.
Yes, it's like a sim version of OnlyFans, and his
but
wife.
She has to actually do it.
And
for
she's controlled by that gigantic waffle ham planet dude.
Yeah.
Who's just sweating inexplicably just sweating all the time.
Waffle planet man.
The waffle coomer.
Mm-hmm. Ew, soggy waffles. Ludacris is the humans with a Z, and he is going to...
Revolution is spelled in Ebonics with rap speak, right? Humans.
Revolutions.
Yeah.
There's a scene where he threw up and peed into the gas tank.
Wait, who?
Gerard Butler. So he get the car going.
How's that going to get something going? I don't understand.
I don't know. That was just a new one for me. I'd never seen a movie where he peed in the gas tank to get it going. You gotta watch the movie.
I did, but I don't remember that part.
Okay.
Who's Castle? Oh, he's Gil Bates.
Castle is Bill Gates and Fauci.
Because Gil Bates, because he wants control of DNA.
Yes.
Right. And don't say that.
Okay.
Right.
They were eating bugs.
At Butt Club. What is that?
I think
they go to an adult club.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know. Yeah, so in the sim world, they meet up at an adult club. That is the wife, Gerard Butler's wife, controlled by the fat dude. And it's and they're eating bugs.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, there's bugs in drinks.
Mm-hmm.
But it does touch on synthetic biology, which is in Klaus Schwab. It's in the World Economic Forum documents we just covered.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't expect that in this movie, but that was crazy.
So there was one... they're working on mind control.
Right.
And that's how they framed Gerard Butler.
What Gil Bates, Elon Musk character wants to do is control everybody through the gaming via the mind control that will alter the DNA. Basically, will make everybody into receivers of signals through changing your DNA through nanotech. And that's what the Gil Bates character at the end says. Is like, oh yeah, my goal was to use this video game to get everybody under my control. And then everybody will be because he can control you.
Because Castle's
through his brain, yeah.
is transhuman already.
Yeah, he's already transhuman, and he can control everybody else like a bot.
Yes.
They're an extension of him. So, yeah.
Kira Sedgwick gets the word out. She did it.
Right.
We are their video game. He's like...
Well, the Gil Bates character is like, I'm playing you because you are all my game.
Yeah.
And hence the gamification of society. So
Gerard Butler's kind of like the digital Moses who sets all the slaves free.
Good analogy. Digital Moses. I like it. What was the last... Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we got all that.
Yeah, what did you think of Gamer? I never heard of it before you.
It's not that great of a movie, but it has a few interesting insights that a lot of these don't have. Do you want to go ahead and pause it here and wait for that one? Because we went pretty deep on this one. We've been going for over an hour. So let's save this one for part 2.
Okay.
So we did basically We did basically half of it. Let's see where we at. You want to read these?
Mm-hmm. Coinbase Bro, $20. God bless you guys. Big fan of your content. Link 1KEOY. What's that?
Chainlink $1,000 by the end of the year. Woo, that's a crazy prediction. Now I don't know about that. That's I don't know about that. We got 3 months from Chainlink to go to $1,000. It's what, 30 today? I don't think so, dog. I mean, I appreciate your optimistic approach. Let's we can hope for that much growth. But,
Link to the moon. Okay.
This guy too here. This was a day ago.
The Long Dangle, $3. Thanks, Long Dangle.
That's a nice name.
Okay. Pano Castro.
You know Pano.
Oh yeah. $3.
Pano Chanto.
Hi Jay. Hi Jamie. Have you guys been able to figure out how the 3 seashells work?
Yes, Jamie solved it. It's some sort of
it's a bidet.
It's some sort of queer bidet from Europe. That's all we know.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you, Pano. We have solved it.
Instant Peace, $2.
Sorry.
Can't
Go ahead.
see.
Go ahead.
Great stream already. You both are hilarious. I'm a huge fan of the Evil Dead series. What are your thoughts? I'd love to see Bruce Campbell on your channel, and I heard that he can be reached pretty easily now.
Oh, that's right. Who was saying that they email him and he emails back?
Really?
Somebody I was just talking to.
Write him down and whoever I said today. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
we should try to get him on here. Yeah, of course. I grew up watching Evil Dead, and I had Army of Darkness. I watched that probably 50 times when I was in high school.
That show that he made. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, it's Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
It's a little raunchy, but
I liked it. It was raunchy, but it was good. But actually, we've covered quite a few Bruce Campbell films. There's a lot of lesser known ones like Mind Warp. Remember that?
He did a good episode of X-Files.
Mm-hmm. And Psych.
Yeah.
Do you remember Mind Warp?
Yeah.
Where it's a satanic virtual world cult.
Yep.
That's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good B movie. If you've not seen Mind Warp, I recommend Mind Warp. I think
It's very Matrixy.
We covered it. No, we covered it, didn't we?
Yeah, we talked about Mind Warp.
It was on one of our B movie streams, I
Mm-hmm.
think. Yeah. So, but no, yeah, I've always been a Bruce Campbell fan, all the way back to first time I watched Army of Darkness, 1992-3.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see who's next. Good idea, though. We need to write that down.
Okay. 8 has donated $3. Now I don't know what to write or ask. Sorry to interrupt, but what time do you guys have over there? Thank you for a great show.
What time? It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
How's that? Thank you.
9:50. Thank you. 8. DC Customs, $5. Thank you.
Long-time supporter and super chatter. Shout out to DC Customs. Thank you so much, bro.
Where's John Connor?
I'm sure they're around.
John Connor. Okay. William Kane, $15.
Another long-time supporter. Shout out to William Kane.
Jay, as the lead guitarist of Halloween,
That's
I
my
must
joke.
ask,
I called him the lead.
it's Halloween! Will there be a based Halloween spooktacular stream on All Hallows Eve?
So we were just talking about what to do this year for Spooktober. I think last year we did like John Carpenter, Halloween 3. So as you guys know, we always do Lost Boys. Every year there's a Lost Boys analysis. We go deep into Sexy Sax Man. We go deep into all of the same analyses of it's just a tradition to do Lost Boys. I've done it for the last maybe 4 years, 3 or 4 years. So I am looking forward to this year's Spooktober. What do you guys think? What creepy horror movie should we do? B horror movies?
We thought Stephen King stream?
We talked about all of those awful garbage dump juice smoothies of Stephen King movies. There's so many of Tommy Knockers,
so many TV.
Langoliers.
Oh.
They're awful. I mean, they're just no good, dude.
What's the one with the cats?
Sleepwalkers. And it's got Madge and Amick. Remember?
It's got Shelley.
That's Madge and Amick. Shelley from
Twin Peaks.
That's gross too. That what that's about. Remember that? But these Stephen King movies are so
We'll have
bad,
to do 4 good ones and 4 bad ones because there are some good ones.
Okay, yeah, so, well, actually, we have not done Hellraiser. That could be a good one to do.
Hellraiser. It's okay.
I've already done analysis of Color Out of Space. It's at like 15,000 views. But now, so my analysis of Color Out of Space got linked on Reddit. That's how I got a whole bunch of views. And then all those Reddit goobers were like thumbing it down. Kind of pissed me off, but whatever.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
So we've done a lot of these. See,
Critters.
we've done a lot of these. We've done Hereditary. We've done we've done almost all these. Done Midsommar. We've done Society twice. I've done Phantasm.
Do Freddy movies?
Maybe one of them. Maybe Nightmare on Elm Street, but I've done Bird Box. Sorry, y'all. I've done all these, but I'm a big Blade fan. In fact, 2 years ago, I did Lost Boys and Blade. We might just do Lost Boys and Blade again.
We could
It's
have
so much
Vampire
fun.
Week.
Oh man, there's so many. They're so bad.
I know.
Vampire movies are so fake and gray.
Blah, blah, blah.
They're fake and gray.
We've been watching The Strain. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that could be a decent. I think we've done Bill and Ted, so everybody always recommends that. Now Gattaca will be in this list, right? So yeah. Gattaca will be coming up in, I don't know what year Gattaca takes place, but
not too distant future.
Right.
Is its own category.
So do you want to tell them I guess the other ones are in the list in the show description. So it'll be, what's the order of the next ones? Look at the chronology.
I will.
Okay.
On part 2 of this show, we're going to do Ready Player One,
which is all totally Gnostic.
iRobot, 12 Monkeys, Event Horizon, and Fahrenheit 451.
Fahrenheit 451 book, of course, is a lot better than the movie. But we just saw this very week they were burning books in Canada.
At the university.
Offensive things in books.
Yeah. So
they're banning books again. Welcome to the world that Bertrand Russell said you won't read the Bible, you won't read Shakespeare. You won't read. And I'm going to be covering that Satanist guy's talk about how they were going to bring in a world where it's just a new world order. It's a satanic thing. Anyway, no, Spaceballs is not a horror movie, so you got to have creepy movies. It's going to be creepy, dude. All right, who's next?
Orthodox Gamer, $2. Great stream to both. Jay, love your stuff. I was shocked to discover that in 1984, the Ministry of Truth invented dinosaurs.
I've said this many times.
Do you think there's any relation to the real world? That's me.
I was the one that told you that in 1984 the dinosaurs are fake.
I know, but I don't believe you in dinosaurs. I'm a flat dinosaur person. Right?
I believe in dinosaurs. They're just all 2D. They're flat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're all 2D.
I know this sounds super crazy, but I don't think...
No, half the internet already doubts dinosaurs,
really?
So it's not crazy.
Okay.
Goodness. Next guy.
David, $5. I definitely had anarchistic tendencies when I was younger.
Everybody does.
And first started getting into the truth movement, but have matured a bit past it. Still don't know what my ideal society would be, but I'm taking more of a backseat approach now. Your
ideal society is one where I am emperor. Simple solution. There you go. Vibranium, go ahead.
$5. So much hype for V back then. Thought movie was boring. Looking back, it had everything: fake flags, stabbies, priests, and pedo stuff.
Right.
Fear-based, fake news. Didn't that one dude's secret coom room have a Quran? And Matrix scene with daggers was so corny. Totally. That was a very succinct way of putting V. And their stupid fedora, libertarian, atheist, dumb stuff.
Vacuums and vaginas, valiantly and vainly veiling their vampiric tendencies on weather vanes.
How's that? Huh? It's really easy. That all you do is you just go and
the vicissitude of the vitamins. Vicariously.
virile and vulgar visualizers that violently visit their Volk with vigilance and vivify the virtuous vocal vows of voyages and vroom vrooms.
Yeah.
There you go. Somebody. So there's your V.
It's so cringy. And do you remember when he gives that speech, and everyone watches? Mm-hmm. He gives that rally speech. I used to think that was like kind of deep. I was like, yeah. That's in 2005.
You're so normal.
I know.
You think that's deep. Go ahead. DC Customs.
DC Customs, $3. Have you reviewed Ex Machina?
Yes. So Ex Machina is a whole chapter in Esoteric Hollywood 2. Cool. I don't think we've done a show on it though, but by the way, remember everybody, if you want access to part 2, go subscribe over at Jay's Analysis and you get access to the part 2s. We should all be caught up on all the part 2s except for this one and Ezekiel. So I still lack the next Ezekiel. Everything else is caught up, and there's a bunch of new exclusive content in there as well. So.
Okay. Don Deary, $10. Happy Tuesday. Y'all are adorable and fun to watch. You are too.
I will gladly give you a hamburger today for a cheeseburger Tuesday.
What's that from?
That. I don't
Popeye?
know, that fat Popeye guy, whatever. He doesn't even, some shit like that. I don't know what he's.
Oh, Happy Tuesday. Is that what you mean? Okay.
It's something like that. I don't know.
I will gladly give you a vegan burger today for a rat burger Thursday.
Get it? Rat burger?
Are you telling me these are rat burgers? It's pretty good. It's not good.
I already made the joke.
La rata. Okay. Is human milk vegan? $15. Willy Wonka, Charlie, and the Chocolate Factory seems like it has a lot of Gnostic Luciferian themes.
Yes.
Have you done an analysis of it? Yeah, and
she just realized that Ready Player One is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Ready Player One, you gotta have a membership. We're gonna talk about that. This is basically Willy Wonka, a video game.
I told her she was a good movie detective after she said that because, yeah, that's exactly right. So you guys are thinking along the same lines.
Yeah.
Finish that. You didn't read it all, did you? Or did you?
Have you done an analysis of Willy Wonka?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we have not. No, wait.
You did it with someone else.
I did it with that Jennifer girl a long time ago. I actually talked about it as a trauma-based mind control. Because he mind controls people.
He's murdering them.
And then, he's like a psycho.
He is a psycho.
And then the second one has to do with like aliens and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Vibranium, $5. Jay just bought the Orthodox Study Bible because of you. Thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, some people on Instagram were saying that they had done the same thing. So that's awesome, dude. Glad to hear that. Thank you so much. Everybody, if you would, be sure to hit like and share because, of course, this kind of content does not get promoted by the algorithm much anymore. So help us out, like and share. And, look forward to... I guess we could do like a bunch of spooky B-movie stuff in October because I think classically I've done Spooktober the whole month. I think I did.
Yeah. I want to do weird ones like Basket Case and It's Alive, ones with waxy creatures.
Yeah, we haven't done a B-movie show in a while. Those are some of my favorites. They don't get the most views though. I don't understand. Everybody wants to talk about these garbage blockbusters. And it's so much more fun to sit around with your friends and watch just terrible movies. I mean, don't you think? Mm-hmm. There's so many bad movies that are just awesome. So, well, that's great to hear. I'm glad to hear that we still get some recommendations, but I don't think we're getting kind of what we should be. But thank you guys so much, and be sure and sign up for the full show. And if you want signed copies of our books, you can go to the shop at jaysanalysis.com, and you get signed copies. And
when you get Xfinity Internet, Flex is included free, and finding what to watch on TV is now as easy as popcorn. This is a way better way to watch.
Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to get a great offer on internet and add Flex for free. Restrictions apply.
A message from Virginia Department of Health. Not feeling well? Your symptoms may not be allergies or a cold. They may be an early sign of COVID-19. Go to vdh.virginia.gov and search by your zip code and find a COVID-19 testing site near you.